Hello, family. Welcome once again to my TED Talk show. My name is Makita Datson, and I'm here to, discuss a little bit about friendship. So, over the last couple of days, I was thinking about what friendship truly means to me and the friends in my life and what role they play in my life and how they make me to be a better person and how I can also establish, more friends who align with my vision, my priority, my energy, and everything that has to do with friendship. And so it reminded me of a podcast I listened to. I'm a huge fan of podcasts, and I came across this podcast, Brilliant Minds, by Simon Sinek and Trevor Noah. They were the two hosts on the two panelists on the show. And it was a very, 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 very beautiful conversation that I entreat everybody to go listen to. If possible, I might put the link in the description, and then it's also available on YouTube. So yeah, you guys should go listen to. But here are a few key notes that I took away from the conversation that I thought to share with you. I wrote them down, and I'm gonna open the floor. I'm gonna open the floor for everybody to share their thoughts on it, and give a few insight of what they think friendship means to them and what friendship has played in their life. And so my first keynote that I took was, your friend is gonna be there for you, but your work won't. What that for me meant to me was that no matter what, our friends are gonna be there for us, right? We may grow old, retire, go in our pensions, but the people that we keep close to us, the people who truly means the world to us, and we call them as friends, are gonna be there for us through and through all the transitions that we go through in our lives. Our friends are gonna be there for us, whereas our work is not gonna be there for us, because as seasons change, as the years pass by, we're gonna change work, things are gonna happen to us, we're gonna get married, we're gonna have children, so many things are gonna happen to us in life, which is normal. But the people who we keep close by are gonna be there for us throughout that journey. Another thing that I also learned was, we are less susceptible to addiction when we have healthy friendship and community, and we keep showing up as friends without society's label. Like, is your friend showing up to you as just a friend, or you are putting a label to them as what they are in society? For example, we do have friends who are doctors, who are lawyers, pilots, all those labels are societal labels. Those are their profession. That is what society has labeled them to be. But when they are showing up for you as a person, are you going to see them as the friend, or are you going to see them as just a label? I came across a post today that described the various types of friendships that we have. People go in for friendship that benefits them, a beneficial friendship, which is totally okay. Everybody would like to have a good amount of people with a high level of pedigree or skill or label in their circle. But then if you're strategically going in for friends who you feel are going to be beneficial for you in terms of their caliber or their status in life, then I feel like it's a no-go area. Like, I feel like that's very selfish of you to be choosing friends like that. But yeah, friendship for me is about building community. Friendship for me is about building family and showing up as who you are, like being there for them fully in their happy moments, in their sad moments, in the times of despair, in times of their depression, in times of like all the things that life threw up to them. You are showing up for them as a friend, as a sister, as a brother. Like, you don't need to be related to them by blood, but you can show up so much that the bond is strong. I don't know if I'm making sense, right? But over the last couple of years, I hadn't for once sit down to think about how friendship really meant to me until the last couple of years, like a year or two ago, when I decided to be very, 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 intentional about people who I brought in my space, the energy that I was giving out to people who I would one day call as friends, and the community that I'll be building with these people. Do you understand? Because at the end of the day, who we are reflections of the people that we bring in our spaces, are the reflection of the people that we have, are the reflection of the community that we find ourselves in, or the society that we find ourselves in. So I am going to entreat everybody to take a moment in their lives, pause and breathe, and think through the people you call as friends, or the people who you decide to choose as friends. What role do they play in your life? How are you showing up for them, or how are they showing up for you? How do you describe them if they are not there with you? How do you appreciate them? How do you show up for them? And also, most importantly, like, how do you work out your friendship? Because you can't tell me that your friendships are smooth. Like, even in marriages, there's bound to be like a bit of confusion, and even before you get into marriage, like, it definitely will start off as a friendship. And so how are you working out that friendship? How are you guys communicating? How are you guys resolving issues? How is your conflict resolution? How is your communication levels like how are you guys solving problems how are you guys solving your differences? Because obviously you're all from different family backgrounds. Even sisters and brothers who are blood related do have conflict issues. And so how much more like friends who are from different backgrounds, or different society, or different community, or different country, different ethnicity, different religious backgrounds. How are you coming together to solve your friendship and to solve any dispute that may occur, right? Like, I feel like as we grow older, we tend to, be very conscious and intentional about the things that we do, the people we allow in our spaces, the decisions that we make, the choices that we make. Because trust me, loneliness is not something that we need to conform to when we are growing up as adults. We all need community, we all need friends, we all need people that we can rely on, and they can rely on us, and people that we can show up for, and they can show up for us. And which I'm gonna end by, telling you the last thing that felt so much like I felt so, encouraged by, that I feel like I am going to do more research on, and I'm going to dive deeper on. And it goes by, we don't build trust by offering help, we build trust by asking for it. And so as I end this conversation, I want you to reflect on how your friends can trust you, and how are you going to emulate this trust by making your friends trust you, not just by their secrets, but by their vulnerability, by their weaknesses, by their strength, by everything that embodies them. How are you going to be a trustworthy friend? Or how are you going to choose a trustworthy friend? Because trust me, by choosing your friend, you have come to a level of understanding that this is somebody I can trust with my deepest secret, or this is somebody that I can be there for me in times of need, that this is somebody that I can, show my vulnerability to, and they would not use it against me in times where we are in conflict, right? And so yeah, this is just the little thoughts process that I have been going through. I don't know if I was able to articulate it very well for you all to understand, but I want you to take all these little think pieces that I have said and reflect on your friendship, make better friendship, make better judgments, and be a trustworthy friend. Thank you all for coming to my Tech Talk show. Once again, my name is Makida, and thank you for listening to me, and have a wonderful day. Bye. I hope to see you guys again another day, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want to do with it, and most importantly, share. Thank you. Love you guys all.